common denominator to these attacks? There's got to be. The most likely thing is food. What was it we had for dinner tonight?
Well, the main course was meat or fish.
Yes, I remember I had meat. What did he have?
Fish.
And the two sick passengers?
Well, the little boy had fish. I don't remember about the woman.
Well, find out quickly, please.
What was it we had for dinner tonight?
Well, we had a choice, steak or fish.
Yes, I remember I had lasagna. What did he have?
He had fish.
Doctor, there are 2 more sick people, and the rest of the passengers are worried.
They'll take care of the passengers. Find out what the 2 sick people had for dinner.
Yes.
Oh, stewardess, my wife is very sick. Can you do something, please?
Well, the doctor will be with you in just a moment. One thing. Do you know what she had for dinner?
Oh, yes, of course. We both had fish. Why?
Oh, it's nothing to be alarmed about. We'll get back to you very quickly.
Yes.
Oh, stewardess, my husband's very sick. Can you do something, please?
Well, the doctor will be with you in just a moment. One thing. Do you know what he had for dinner?
Yes, of course. We both had fish. Why?
Oh, it's nothing to be alarmed about. We'll be back to you very quickly.
Doctor. The woman ate fish, too, and there are 2 more cases, and they ate fish.
Well, now we know what we're facing. Find out everybody on the plane who had fish and help me get medicine to them. Captain, I'm going to notify Vancouver to put a ban on serving any food from the source that furnished that fish.
Doctor?
Yeah?
I just remembered something. I ate fish too.
Dr. Rummick, Mr. Hammond ate fish, and Randy said there are 5 more cases, and they all had fish, too.
Yeah, the co-pilot had fish. What did the navigator have?
He had fish.
All right. Now we know what we're up against. Every passenger on this plane who had fish for dinner will become violently ill in the next half hour.
Just how serious is it, Doctor?
Extremely serious.
May I have your attention, please? My name is Baird. I'm a doctor. As you know, some of the passengers are sick. We suspect that the fish which was served for dinner might have been contaminated. There's no cause for alarm. Even if you had fish for dinner, you might not be affected. And if you did have fish, we'll tell you what to do.
What's going on? We have a right to know the truth.
All right, I'm going to level with you all. The most important thing now is that you remain calm. There's no reason to panic. Now, it is true that one of the crew members is ill. Slightly ill. But the other 2 pilots are just fine. They're at the controls flying the plane.
Bill!
You gotta give me something so I can hold out till we land. You understand? The automatic pilot will fly itself on this course, but I've got to take it in.
Oh, watch the control.
Get a blanket.
Automatic pilot.
Automatic pilot. There it is.
Stewardess, what's your first name?
Janet.
Well, Janet, you're a member of this crew. Can you face some unpleasant facts?
I think so.
All right. Unless I can get all these people to a hospital quickly, I can't even be sure of saving their lives.
I don't understand. What is it?
There's something toxic in that food tonight. Some kind of bacteria poison.
How did it get there?
Well, there are hundreds of ways. That's not important. What is important, these people need hospital facilities. Stimulants, intravenous treatment for shock.
But the pilots. How are we going to land?
Is there anybody else on board who can land this plane?
There's no one on board from the airline. I don't know about anybody else.
How many passengers are there?
38.
I think you ought to know what our chances are. The life of everybody aboard depends on just one thing. Finding someone back there who not only can fly this plane, but who didn't have fish for dinner.
Lane?
Yes, Doctor?
Elaine, you're a member of this crew. Can you face some unpleasant facts?
No.
All right. Unless I get all those people to a hospital quickly, I can't even be sure of saving their lives. Now, is there anyone on board who can land this plane?
Well... No one I know of.
I think you ought to know what our chances are. The life of everyone on board depends upon just one thing. Finding someone back there who can not only fly this plane, but who didn't have fish for dinner.
Excuse me, but the first officer is ill, and the captain would like someone with flying experience to help him with the radio. Do you know anything about planes?
I flew in the war, but that was a long time ago. I wouldn't know anything about it.
Would you go up, please?
In fact, we were lucky to even get a Jeep since just the day before, only one that we had broke down in a bad accident.
Excuse me, sir. There's been a little problem in the cockpit.
The cockpit? What is it?
It's the little room in the front of the plane where the pilots sit. But that's not important right now. You see, the first officer is ill, and the captain needs someone to help him with the radio. Do you know anything about planes?
Well, I flew in the war, but that was years ago. I wouldn't know anything about it.
Would you go up, please?
The stewardess said...
But both pilots.
Can you fly this airplane and land it?
No, not a chance.
Doctor, I've asked everyone. Mr. Stryker's the only one.
What flying experience have you had?
Well, I was a fighter pilot in the war, but I flew little combat planes with only one engine. This has 4. There's no comparison. The flying characteristics are completely different. It's a different kind of flying altogether.
The stewardess said that both pilots.
Can you fly this plane and land it?
Surely you can't be serious.
I am serious. And don't call me Shirley.
Doctor, I've checked everyone. Mr. Stryker's the only one.
What flying experience have you had?
Oh, I flew single-engine fighters in the Air Force, but this plane has 4 engines. It's an entirely different kind of flying, altogether.
It's an entirely different kind of flying.
Ted, what are you doing? You can't fly this plane.
That's what I've been trying to tell these people, Ellen. But they seem to have other ideas.
Mr. Stryker, I haven't time to put this gently, so I'll be very direct. Both pilots are sick. Every one of us on this plane is in a desperate situation. Yes, including your son. Your husband is the only hope we've got.
Ted, what are you doing here? You can't fly this plane.
That's what I've been trying to tell these people.
Elaine, I don't have time to say this gently, so I'll be very direct. Everyone on this plane is in a desperate situation. Mr. Stryker is the only hope we've got.